It's time for the This Week is Dumb podcast, a chance for you to disconnect from reality for a bit and hear about some of the dumb things that we found this week. Now, here are your hosts, Garrett and Yuri.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to episode number 15 of This Week is Dumb. Thanks for coming back and joining us after Yuri and I took the weekend off last week to be with the mothers in our lives, right, Yuri?
That's right. Welcome back, Raiders of the Lost Dummers.
Oh, is that what we're calling people this week? Raiders of the Lost Dummers.
It's either that or Dumbshank Redemptioners.
No, let's stick with the Disney, dude.
Raiders of the Lost Dummers?
Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Dummers.
Dumbrellas? Dumbies?
Are you done yet?
No.
Are you ever going to be done? Are we ever going to settle on a name for our listeners? Like, is there any chance that we can just pick something and go with it?
You know, a lot of people play golf. Some people fish. I spend about 6 hours a week looking up names. It's kind of an addiction at this point.
I think you need a better hobby, dude.
I think I need a lot of things. But let me notate. I don't think the listeners can note it. Listeners can't see you doing this, but Garrett does a little dance over the video stream when we're doing the intro song. And one of these days I'm going to record it and post a link to it because it's really quite entertaining. It gets me going.
I mean, that's my goal in life, right? Is to get, well, that sounds terrible. My goal in life is to drive the energy in the room, Yuri. That's what I'm trying to do.
You're driving it. You got me going. I started like kind of bobbing my head. I don't know what you were doing there. It was kind of like this like rain dance thing with your...
Dude, it's Night at the Roxbury.
That's exactly what it was like. It was like Night at the Roxbury.
Yuri, I got to tell you, what's funny is, as you know, I've got lots of children running around my house. And
you do?
My older kids, they don't really think I'm all that cool. And I'm okay with that. I've come to realize, as a dad, you don't expect your kids to think you're the cool dad.
Sure.
That is until I lined up our guest for today. And finally today, my older kids now think I'm cool. And I'll tell you why they think I'm cool, Yuri. We have got with us as our special guest this week someone who is she's a beauty and lifestyle content creator. She has over 1.1 million followers on her Instagram and over 860,000 subscribers on YouTube. She is known for all of her beauty reviews and being a mental health advocate. And she's genuinely just a really fun, nice person to talk to. So listeners, Raiders of the Lost Dummers, please help us welcome in Nicol Concilio. Nicol, welcome to This Week is Dumb. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
So hold on, 800,000 people?
No, dude, 860,000.
There's not even that many people on the planet. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm very, very lucky, very blessed.
Wow, that's amazing. So that means anytime you upload something, in the back of your mind, you have a voice that says, a lot of people are going to look at this.
Yes. Yeah, but I've actually gotten very used to it because I've been doing it now for about 5-6 years. And once you kind of get used to talking to yourself, to the camera and everything, it's kind of like, this is a piece of cake now, But really the most difficult thing was just being comfortable enough talking to the camera alone, because it's a very weird thing.
Sure. See, we have a rock solid 4 subscribers.
I love it.
Hey, 7.
We have 7. I have a mini anxiety attack because I'm like, wow, 7 people are going to judge us.
Honestly, you just gotta, there will always be people that have something to say, but I'm sure you're dummeronis. I'm going to call your followers the dummeronis.
Dummeronis.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm sure they love you.
I actually think Nicol has found the secret to getting comfortable with doing this. And I think, Yuri, you and I are going to have to start adopting some of her methods.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was watching the last video she just posted, and she had her boyfriend on there, and she had her boyfriend's sister on there, and their mom. And they were literally sitting there just talking to the camera, getting ready, doing a getting ready with me video. And all of a sudden they just started drinking shots. They were playing a game.
Well, that makes everything better.
It does.
Yeah. There's no life situation where that doesn't kind of just up it up a level.
I think that's what we're missing in this podcast though, dude. I think you and I need to start
alcohol,
having...
That's what we're missing?
Yes, we're missing alcohol.
You need to do a truth or drink. And if you don't want to answer the question, you have to take a shot.
Yikes.
Damn. Hey, that's a really good idea. And if only we had something like a Patreon where people could sign up to see things like that,
You should make one. Make an OnlyFans.
An OnlyFans. I don't think anybody would pay for that. I'm sorry. I'm not that great. This is why this is an audio only podcast, Nicol. We don't do the videos.
Stop. You guys are beautiful. Stop.
I told you she was nice, right?
See, and I think on the flip side, Garrett, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but Nicole produces music.
I do.
And I think we need to start making music videos.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, you should.
Absolutely. We should not, Nicole. That would be a horrible idea.
I could be the background dancer. I'm good at that.
Mm-hmm.
We would win a world record for how many subscribers we get to unsubscribe. Like, is there like a negative YouTube award for that? Like,
Hey, there's a first for everything, you know?
yeah.
Most subscribers lost in a day due to a release.
Yeah, you get a plaque that says negative 100,000.
That's our goal in life.
Yeah, everyone departed from your podcast. Congratulations. You're terrible at life. Do a shot. Truth or drink.
Truth or drink.
Truth or drink.
I think we should do that though, Yuri. I'm down for that, man.
You guys should.
All right.
I'll write the questions.
Oh boy.
Oh, even better.
Boy. Well, fellow Dummeronis,
Yeah.
tune in on a future episode where we will play Truth or Drink with questions provided by Nicole.
Yes.
You know what I just heard though there, right, Yuri? It wasn't even just that we're going to play Truth or Drink. It's that Nicole's already agreeing to come back and do another episode with us. That's what I just heard.
I like your vibe. I like the vibe.
We'll see how she feels at the end of the episode.
She's like, yeah, I'll email you the questions. I meant email you the questions.
Hey, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
If I said to you, what do you think of? Like, what's the first thing that comes to mind when I say to you, duct tape and Home Depot buckets?
Oh, I mean, you could fix about anything in your house with that.
Yeah. I mean, my thoughts go like to somewhere really naughty, so I'm not gonna say that.
Oh no, please go ahead.
I feel like it's like maybe a Rihanna music video, like for her S&M song or something.
Oh, that's good. Well, here, let me make it a little bit more interesting.
Also, Rihanna, if you'd like to sponsor our podcast, if you can email us.
Garrett at dumbweek.com or Yuri at dumbweek.com. Or you can just reach out to our new best friend, Nicole here, and she'll just forward you right over to us. All right, so Home Depot buckets, duct tape. Let's add in a piece of plywood and a couple of kiddie pools. Now what do you think?
Kiddie pools? Like the little pools that kids, toddlers swim in?
Yeah, the little round blue ones.
I think of like a prank or a stunt that's gone completely wrong.
A stunt gone completely wrong. Well, I'm glad you said that because the first thing I brought up this week comes out of Santa Barbara. Now, I'm here in, Southern California. Yuri's in Southern California. Nicole is everywhere. But this comes out of Santa Barbara where some college students have been rescued now after they got stuck out in the ocean on a makeshift raft that was made of kiddie pools, plywood, Home Depot buckets, and duct tape.
Oh my God.
I have so many questions.
I hope they got pictures at least for the Instagram.
For sure.
There are pictures, as a matter of fact, but the only pictures I could find were from the Santa Barbara County Fire Department.
For their Instagram.
For their Instagram, exactly. And listen to what this says. The Instagram post, actually it was a Twitter post, sorry. The Twitter post says, if nautical nonsense is something you wish, that's how the whole thing starts. So it goes right to SpongeBob. 2 male students in their 20s rescued unharmed at 2:37 in the morning. So now we've got all this happening. It's 2:37 in the morning because they were not able to get back to shore in their boat fashioned from duct tape, buckets, and kiddie pools.
Wow.
They had to get rescued out in the ocean in this like contraption of a boat thing, right?
Yeah, I guess the tide pushed their boat out too far from the shore and they weren't able to get back in. So I was trying to figure out did they have cell phones on them?
Yeah, who do you call? Do you call 911? What do you do?
What a great phone call that would have been. 911, what's your emergency? Listen, no judging, and I don't want to have to explain too much.
Please don't ask questions, just send help.
Yeah.
No questions, but can you go off the coast of Catalina and we're in a little kiddie pool. There's a lot of duct tape.
That is amazing. I mean, I'm not going to lie, oh man, that sounds like a good time. Except for the whole getting lost at sea and possibly eaten by a shark.
See, that's the downside of Truth or Drink because it can become dangerous.
Exactly.
When you're on a raft in the ocean.
Yeah.
I will say that the article does state that the fire department says alcohol was not a factor.
Lies. Not believing it. I mean, we've all had some crazy stories in our life, and usually they all start with, okay, we were getting drunk.
Oh, God, yeah. Or honestly, I'm big into astrology. I don't know if you guys are, but that just sounds like a crazy ass Sagittarius moment. And I'm going to tell you that because I'm a crazy ass Sagittarius. So that is something that I would do without alcohol. So
I think we should start a new segment on our podcast called Crazy Ass Sagittarius Moment. Well, we can get a little jingle like crazy ass Sagittarius moment.
Yeah, and you should just try to guess the people's signs that do crazy shit.
Oh man.
So we've got truth or drink now. We've got guess the
kook.
I was going to say guess the astrology sign, but let's go with guess the kook.
Like, you know that Instagram account, Kook of the Day?
I don't, but please explain.
It basically what it is, I think it's primarily like a surfer's account, but it basically is like people doing dumb shit. So it just kind of sounds like Kook of the Day, you know, like crazy person of the day.
Oh man, Garrett, we have to reach out to these people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just got completely distracted because I'm now looking at this page.
Did you find it?
I did. Yeah, I found it. Kook of the Day. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of surfing on here.
Yeah.
And this first one says, this is exactly why I don't have an infinity pool. And it's a guy on a surfboard who's trying to catch a wave, but he can't because he's just in a pool. Makes no sense.
Crazy ass Sagittarius moment.
I like the live jingles, Yuri. Maybe we should keep doing that.
I'm trying to lead you into making music videos with me. That's what I'm doing here.
Yeah, but to make a music video, you actually have to go on camera, Yuri. And we all know that's never going to happen with us.
I'll do your makeup. You'll be camera ready. Don't even worry.
All right, now I'm sold. I'm in.
Yeah. Now it's getting real.
You convinced me.
It's getting real.
That's all it took.
I'm on board.
I'm here for it.
Speaking of music videos, Yuri, what do you think about playing a game with our guest?
Ooh, I'm ready.
Fill in the dumb. Fill in the dumb. Fill in the dumb.
All right, Nicole, I'm not sure if you're aware of the game we play on our podcast, but we play a game called Fill in the Dumb. I will give you a quick recap of how the game works. I'm going to read actual news headlines. I did not make these up. These are actual recent news headlines. I'm going to read the headline. I'm going to leave one word blank. I'm going to give you and Garrett the opportunity to figure out which is the correct word out of 3 possible answers.
I'm ready.
Points mean nothing. I judge the game and I basically assign points as I deem fit at the end. Usually Garrett loses.
I have yet to win, but I think today I'm feeling lucky, so I think I may actually win today.
Challenge accepted.
Oddly enough, usually our stories come out of Florida, not by design, just by natural selection.
Natural selection. Darwinism at its best.
It's a Darwinism. Can't say much about Florida, but the state of Florida, if you'd like to sponsor our podcast, if you can email us at...
We're going to get a sponsor one of these days, Yuri. It's going to happen. Somebody's going to actually hear us to call them out, and they're going to be like, oh my God, did you hear this on this podcast? We have to go sponsor them. They said we needed to.
That's how it works.
And that's how our partnership with Amazon began.
Jeff Bezos, if you're listening, reach out to me on my text, my phone number. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, please. Me too while you're at it, Jeff.
Nicole, too. If you're going to sponsor us, it's a duo. You get 2 for 1. You sponsor 2 companies.
Yep.
You get the 860,000 YouTube videos and the 10 subscribers on the podcast. Yeah. It's a win-win situation.
Nobody listens to us. All right. So in Belgium.
Thank you.
Geography. Not my strong suit. Or English, for that matter.
English is definitely not your strong suit.
In Belgium, a Belgian farmer, I wanted to say waffle, but it's not waffle. It's a farmer. But I almost said waffle. It's not a waffle. A Belgian farmer accidentally made blank smaller. A Belgian farmer accidentally made blank smaller.
I don't like where this is going.
I already think of something that's not okay.
Your possible answers are his penis, a cat, or the country of France.
I'm sorry, what?
And Nicole, a Belgian farmer accidentally made blank smaller. Your possible answers are his penis, a cat, or the country of France. And Nicole, being our guest, I'm going to start with you.
Okay, so I want to say penis, but I just feel like that's not true, so I'm going to go with the cat.
Well, you just said it. I mean, you
actually
just said it, so...
Nicole chooses cat. All right, Garrett, tossing it over to you.
I have a follow-up question, Nicole.
Yeah.
How do you think he made a cat accidentally smaller? That's what I want to try to understand, because I was actually leaning that way, too. I was thinking it was like a Rick Moranis, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids moment. This dude invented something amazing and shrunk the cat.
Maybe, okay, I'm going to say maybe this cat was like severely matted and it had a lot of hair on it. And he shaved the cat and it accidentally made it smaller than what they thought it was.
Well, damn, Nicole. That was about as...
She just Bill Nye the science shit out of that. Like,
I really pulled that out of my ass because I
Yeah.
didn't have an answer.
she is the official president of the Dumberonis Club.
You know, I was about to apologize for putting you on the spot like that, and then you came back with that answer, and it was like, holy fuck me, that was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. If she wasn't using the mic for the podcast, she'd drop it right now. Like, boop.
All right. Man in Belgium, penis, cat, or the country of France? Well, I was leaning towards...
Yeah, is right. Because
Yeah,
any of these...
I mean, if this was Florida, I'd have an easier chance to figure out which one it was because, well, it's Florida, but this is Belgium. And how close to...
See, and I disagree. I think if it was Florida, it makes it harder because every stupid answer is a possibility. They all become plausible.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, just because I know Nicole really wanted to say it, I'm going to say he accidentally made his penis smaller.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Garrett thinks a Belgian farmer made his penis smaller. Nicole thinks it was his cat. But an unnamed farmer moved a border demarcation stone that separated France and Belgium and accidentally made the country of France smaller.
Holy shit, we're both wrong.
This actually happened. This farmer basically said that this large stone was in the road that he drove his tractor on, and it was in his way, so he moved it. And this stone was actually a landmark that was used as a demarcation stone, and the government lost their shit over this.
Wait, hold on. What kind of government uses a fucking stone to mark their... I mean, like, if you're marking a property line at your house, maybe you've got like a fence post, or you've got a little thing you put in the ground. We're talking about a fucking country here that's using a stone to mark their border.
The official border was created in 1820, and I don't think Google geotagging was a thing back then. So the government was probably like, all right, we're going to take from that stone to that tree. On this side, it's ours. That side, it's yours. And then a guy 200 years later was like, fuck it, I'm moving the stone.
He's like, this stone just is cramping my vibes right now, so I'm going to move it, okay?
Seriously, if this guy was like the general for the Belgian army, you could just totally fuck with France by just moving the stone a couple inches every day.
Every day, yeah.
Because after a while, France would be like, why the fuck is our country so small? France, again, if you'd like to sponsor our
Just the whole country of France. Just the country as a whole.
Before you're so small and gone, please consider.
Wow, I didn't even consider that, like, making France smaller was an option. I was like, what the hell? Does he have like a ray gun that just magically shrinks everything? Like, I was like, it's got to be the cat.
I like how you guys immediately go towards like a Pixar plot movie idea. Like, it's nothing realistic. It's always they had ray guns to shrink it. All right. Well, neither of you get the... You know what? I get the point on that one because that
okay, fair enough.
So Yuri is up 1. Nicole, nothing. Garrett, nothing.
Shocking.
A goose egg.
For your second question, a Michigan man built a blank after a dispute with his neighbor. Michigan man built a blank after a dispute with his neighbor. And your possible answers are a 250-foot wall of poop.
Why is poop always so funny? Like, I don't
You
know.
can't say it without giggling.
Yeah.
Poop.
It's just one of those funny words. A 15-foot nude statue.
Oh.
Or a Jumbotron broadcasting live feed of Shark Week. And Garrett, we're going to toss it over to you. What do you think?
All right, so 250-foot wall of poop, 15-foot nude statue. Follow-up question, Yuri, since I know I'm allowed to ask those now.
Yeah, you are.
Who was the nude statue of?
Of the neighbor.
Oh, so he constructed a 15-foot nude statue of himself?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or I just made all that up. You don't know. That's the point. You got to answer the question.
Or a Jumbotron with a live feed of Shark Week. Well, I'm going to rule out Jumbotron right off the back because you said it's a live feed of Shark Week, and Shark Week's only happens once for 1 week because it's called Shark Week. And so that really wouldn't be a good thing to do, right? So I'm down to a 250-foot wall of poop or a 15-foot nude statue of himself.
Yeah, if I was a neighbor pissed off at my neighbor, that's what I would do. Like, there's nothing illegal about it.
Yeah,
Like, you would do the nude statue?
Yeah, why not?
I'd be too self-conscious. I'd be like, okay, listen, Photoshop my hips a little bit in.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be an actual realistic statue. I'm making the statue. I'll make it however I want.
That is true. That is true.
Do you think Michelangelo got that request when he was carving things or painting things? Can you shave a little bit off?
It probably started because he was in a dispute with his neighbor. That's why he made that.
Makes sense now. I'm going to go with 15-foot nude statue, and that's my final answer.
All right, Garrett locks in 15-foot nude statue. Nicole, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to say the poop. Honestly, I just feel like that'd be the worst thing to do to someone. Like, just have shit everywhere.
That is a pretty shitty thing to do.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the shit.
Because you can't laugh enough when you say the word poop, but if we say shit, it's even funnier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, not as funny. Poop, hilarious.
True that.
Hilarious. If you made any of these, I think there should be a rule that if the cops get called and they giggle when they show up, it shouldn't be illegal. Like, immediately, it throws the case out. Like, if the cop giggles, it's not illegal. If I run for president, I'm going to make that rule. Like, if you do something so stupid and the cop giggles, you're free to go. A man claims the neighbor erected a 250-foot wall of manure following a property line dispute he had with a fellow farm owner last year, according to Fox 2 Detroit.
Oh,
so the unusual divider separates two properties. And aside from serving as a physical divider, he told tenants that the manure wall comes with a powerful stench. So basically the neighbor said it stinks. Well, obviously it's a poop wall.
What do you do if you're the cop that shows up to that call, though? Like, seriously, hey, my neighbor built a 250-foot wall and I want him to take it down. Like, what do you do in that situation?
Man, you just applaud the guy. You say, bravo, man. Well done. Well done. I mean, I can't think of any penal codes that says you shall not build a poop wall between you and your neighbor's house. No, that can't be illegal. All right. Well, again, no, not again. Nicole gets the point on that one. Garrett, as usual, is down.
God damn it, dude. Seriously.
One of these days, Garrett.
You just know how to suck the energy right out of me, dude. Wow, that came out totally wrong.
You can write a song about it. We'll make it our first music video.
Perfect.
No? Maybe? Possibly?
I'm in.
Perfect.
And we've got a makeup artist. All we need now is a film crew.
Hey, my boyfriend films. Oh. There you go.
Right,
man, this is just coming together quicker than I can say happy. For your third and final question, amazingly enough, this is in Florida.
Florida.
It's so funny. They always come up. It's always Florida, and it's not like I'm searching for Florida articles.
Right.
They're finding me. All right. A company in Florida is using blank to restore the state's dying coral reefs. Your possible answers are cat fur, like the fur of a kitty cat, cheese, or human remains.
Oh, gross.
And Nicole, we will finish off with you for the last question. What are your thoughts?
Oh, man. I'm going to say cat fur. Just because I feel like I don't want to say human remains.
Cat fur can save the ocean. I get it. I see it.
I mean, cat fur is like useful for everything.
Wait, what was the other one?
Cat fur, cheese, or human remains to save the dying coral reefs in Florida.
I mean, I love like cheese and me.
Oh, cheese.
Cheese and I, myself and cheese are just one and the same entity.
Okay, not all cheese. Some cheese is disgusting.
What?
Everything but brie. No brie.
Oh, you
That's
guys.
What I was going to say. Okay, so
you guys are unwell.
I could have told you that a long time ago.
My wife loves brie.
Ugh.
And I cannot stand it. I think it's just the thought. See, I'm kind of dry heaving and gagging right now as we talk about it. There's something about brie.
Is it like the texture?
Just all of it. It's all bad. Just like cottage cheese, I cannot stand.
I don't like cottage cheese, actually.
Nobody does. It's disgusting.
like cottage cheese.
No, you don't, Garrett.
I do.
What does it taste like?
Cheese that's been through a cottage.
Good analogy there.
Okay.
Good analogy. That's great. Good thinking on your feet there.
Yes, and?
Yeah, so you know what? I changed my answer to cheese just because I love cheese so much,
Damn
if
it.
that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good enough reason in my book. I love cheese. I think it's cheese. All right, Garrett, what are your thoughts?
Well, I got to tell you, I want to tie this one back to your first question with the guy in Belgium who was trying to make something smaller. I think he took a bunch of cats, shaved them all bare, sent them over to Florida, and therefore planted it in the ocean to try to restore the coral reef that's dying. So I'm going to go with the cat fur.
All right, so Garrett is with cat fur. Nicole just loves cheese.
Yeah.
Well, a company in Florida is encouraging people to mix their loved ones' cremated human remains into what they call reef balls. Say that 3 times fast without giggling. Reef balls to help stimulate marine life in the state's dying coral reefs. What an odd business idea.
Usually it's like, don't sprinkle. Like, you'll get fined if you sprinkle remains and shit like that. You know? Not in Florida, apparently.
Not in Florida. In Florida, they encourage it. I guess they've been doing this for 20 years and have conducted almost 2,500 what they call green burials. Green burials.
I was like actually picturing an organ, like a spleen or a liver, like when you said like human remains.
I like how spleen is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of organs.
The most useful organ in the body.
So like I really just thought that at first, but like making it now that it's like cremation remains, it makes a little bit more sense than just a straight up spleen just shoved in the bottom of the ocean.
Yuri does this shit to me every week. He intentionally doesn't give you all of the answer because he wants to throw you off the scent. Like, that's his entire goal is I got to fuck with Garrett as much as I can to make sure he doesn't win. See, like you said, if he had said human cremated remains, I probably would have gone with that too. But like you, human remains, I'm thinking they're just chucking bodies over the side of a boat and hoping the fish go to it or something, right?
He's thinking bodies. I'm thinking a spleen.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here, guys, but
this episode is taking a turn.
Yeah, bodies, spleens, cheese. I don't know what's happening.
Don't forget the
cat
cats.
fur.
Yep.
Cat fur, poop, statues, Belgian waffles.
Yum.
It's all good. Well, Garrett, I have to say this.
What?
You did not win. You didn't even come close.
Damn it.
Well, he wasn't that far off. I only beat him by 1 point.
Well, actually, the last question is always worth 100 points. So, again, these are rules I just made up.
But I didn't get the last question right. I said cheese.
Right, but I determined the points.
Oh, okay.
And being our special guest, you earned 100 points because the spleen comment was kind of funny. So,
and it only takes 50 points to win, so, you know.
Correct.
This seems a little rigged against Garrett.
Welcome to my world, Nicole.
Fill in the dumb.
Hey, Yuri, I got one more for you. Would you like to hear from our dummy of the week?
Sure.
It's time for the dummy of the week. Oh, who will it be? Let's find out.
By the way, Nicole, that was absolutely me. The entire thing. I recorded all those different voices. I produced it together. Would you like to hear me sing it live?
Yes.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just kidding. So our dummy of the week this week comes to us from Florida. Here we go again in Florida.
Is it really Florida?
Oh, it's Florida. It's Miami-Dade County, Florida.
Miami's fun, though. Sometimes.
I don't think I've ever been to Miami. Have you ever been to Miami, Yuri?
No, I have not.
I've been to Orlando, where I was stationed.
Oh my God, you got to go to Miami. It's so fun.
Can you name 3 things quickly off the top of your head? What is fun about Miami? Go.
The nightclubs, the strip clubs, and
the nightclubs.
The other clubs. And the beach.
If anyone in the red light district in Florida would like to sponsor our podcast.
Nicole, I think you might find this one interesting. This is a story about a woman who broke into a high school, snuck past the front door, 28-year-old woman, posed as a student to promote her Instagram.
She broke into a high school.
She broke into a high school when she got into
during
school.
High school was in, during school.
During school. So this is, Florida, right? Everything's back open in Florida. So she just
walked in during like normal school hours or whatever.
That's right. She walks right in and she starts handing out flyers, which has her picture on it and her Instagram page, trying to attract more followers.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
So she was carrying a book bag, so because she wanted to, blend in with the students. And then she handed these out. Security sees her doing this. They stop her because class was in session and she was still roaming the halls. Mm-hmm. She told them, "Oh, I'm just looking for the registration office." And then instead of going to the office, by the way, Florida security at schools, obviously not great because they believed her and they let her keep walking in the school.
Yeah.
So she doesn't go to the office. The security sees her. She keeps roaming the halls. She gets stopped a second time. She then decides, fuck it, I'm out. And she starts running, right? So the security locks down the school and says there is a potential threat on campus.
Wait, so what is she doing? She's handing out flyers for what purpose?
She was handing out flyers
Just to follow
promoting
her?
her Instagram page. That's it.
Just to follow her.
Do we know what she was like? What is she promoting on her? Do we know?
Her name is, it's really hard to pronounce.
Maybe that's why she was promoting it.
Yeah. Her name is Audrey Nicol Francisquini.
Say that 3 times fast.
So Audrey Nicol Francisquini, she got charged with burglary, educational institution interference, and resisting an officer. And so I went and I looked, right? I went to try to look up her Instagram page. And of course, it was set to private. So I have no idea what she was trying to promote or what she was trying to do. But the fact that she broke into a school, like, how dumb do you have to be to think you can just walk into a school and do anything at all?
Was it a high school?
Yeah, it was a high school.
Oh, wow.
I'm not hip to the Instagram scene. Nicole, you're hip to the Instagram scene. Is that
I'm sorry, does 1.1 million followers enough for you, Yuri, to qualify her as hip to the Instagram
I
scene?
can't even fathom that many people. Like,
I don't know that many. I don't even know a third of that many people.
I'm very okay, so I'm very, very, very grateful for the followers that I do have. But for me and like being in the industry and being around like my peers and other people, I'm like, oh, that's not even a lot. Like at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But like when I guess
1.1 million is not even a lot?
Well, like in my world, right? Like living in LA, like being around other influencers and things like that. And I also, like being a mental health advocate, I also tend to be very hard on myself and very down on myself. And that's something like my self-love journey is very ongoing. And so like it's a nice little confidence boost being here on the podcast and you guys hyping me up because I don't hype myself up enough. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I have like 11 friends on Facebook, and even I like sit there when I make a post and I'm like, did I misspell anything?
And then when he doesn't get 11 likes, he like cries in the corner of the room for a little bit.
Oh, for sure. If I'm not getting at least, 8 likes out of 11 people, I'm deleting my account. Like, what's the point?
But 8 out of 11, that's pretty good engagement.
One is my mother.
Look how
that's
nice
perfect.
she is.
The moms are the greatest.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, Mom.
But yeah, no, I don't think I would ever go into a school and try to promote. I would do like a giveaway or something like that. Like, hey, you got to follow me and win all this makeup. But yeah, I would never, ever go into a school and hand out flyers. That's just really sus.
Unless you were invited. If you're invited, that's a different story.
Right, that's a different story.
Maybe you got invited there to talk about mental health awareness or something like that. And then you can go promote yourself. But just being on the other side of that and deciding I'm just going to break in and do this.
But again, if the police showed up and they giggled when they heard this story, she's off the hook. That's the world I want to live in.
That was the dummy of the week.
Are we done? Should we close this thing out? What do you think?
Yeah, I think we should tie a bow on it.
Tie a bow on it. Why do you always say that? What does that mean?
I you know what? I don't know what it
like
means.
Wrap it up nice and pretty.
There you go. See,
damn, Nicole has all the answers, dude. Why has she not been on an episode before?
Do you expect less from the VP of the Dummeronis?
The Dummeronis.
I think that may end up sticking now. And now we're gonna have a hashtag Dummeronis. Now the question is, how do we fucking spell that?
Oh,
because
my God. I don't know. You're talking to the girl that got like 20 on spelling tests.
Well, but autocorrect won't do anything for us in that scenario. Like autocorrect isn't going to help.
It will if you spell it enough times on your phone. Eventually your phone will cave and say, okay, is this what you mean?
That's not true because my phone still says ducking all the time.
Oh, same.
So annoying.
Same. I know. Who even says ducking?
At
like,
no
I don't even
point
think
in my
I've
life.
ever said it in a sentence.
Never. Never.
Ducking.
Well, as Yuri said, let's tie a bow on this puppy. This has been a lot of fun. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us today and hanging out with us and experiencing the dumbness that is our podcast.
Thank you for having me. It's so fun. I'll definitely be back.
Awesome. And Nicole said she's going to bring questions for truth or drink.
You better get your tequila shots ready.
Ugh.
Does it have to be tequila? Can we do something different?
Yikes.
I know you're a tequila fan. Like I said, I've seen a lot of your videos, and I know you like tequila. But I think Yuri and I are probably going to have to go whiskey or vodka, right?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I will make an exception.
All right. And Yuri, you can't have a Diet Coke chaser. Sorry.
No, chasers are allowed because I need a chaser, so I get it.
Diet Coke with a caffeine-free Diet Coke chaser.
And by the way, Diet Coke, if you'd like to sponsor our podcast, please reach out.
100%. 100%.
Yuri's like, give me that. Give me the Diet Coke. I need more of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, if you want to interact with us, we would love to hear from you. You can reach us on Instagram at This Week Is Dumb, Twitter at This Week Is Dumb, Facebook at This Week Is Dumb, YouTube. We actually have a YouTube channel that I haven't done anything with, so please don't go there because you're not going to find anything.
I was going to say we do, but I guess that doesn't really promote our podcast very well.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't. But you know what does promote our podcast really well, Yuri, and what I'm just dying to get more people to do is to call into the Fandom line. So, Nicole, we have a phone number that you can call. It's 1-888-FANDUMB, FANDUMB. You can call that number today, hear a lovely outgoing message from me, and you have a chance to leave a voicemail. And if your voicemail is funny enough, we will absolutely play it on a future episode. Maybe you have a question for Truth or Drink. Maybe you have something you want to ask. This is an opportunity for you to reach out, call the Fandom line, 888-FANDUMB, or you can email us, Garrett@dumbweek.com or Yuri@dumbweek.com. It's all there for you to interact with us and hang out and chat and say hi.
I like your idea about having people call in with questions for Truth or Drink for a future episode. If you have a question that you want us to ask on Truth or Drink, call it in, leave a message. We might use it, possibly.
I have one request, though.
Yeah.
Can it not be Mother Bundy that calls in?
For sure it's going to be Mother Bundy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Can you imagine my mom calling in with a question for Truth or Drink?
I think, if you recall, I called Nicole VP of the Dumberonis because I think Mother Bundy is the president.
She is the president.
She is the president of the Dumberoni Club.
She will be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? One other thing, I want to do a shout out, Yuri, because I got a message from the ICU nurses at Centinela Hospital in Las Vegas. The ICU nurses were listening to our podcast, and they said, and I quote, "Listening to your podcast made our nights so much more enjoyable. Thank you, and keep it coming." So thank you to you for all you have done. ICU nurses at Centinela Hospital, you guys are amazing. You do far harder jobs than any of us do with talking to each other. So huge shout out to them. And if you haven't already checked her out, make sure you go check out our guest, Nicol Concilio. Every time I say that, I think of a concierge, right, in the mafia. Nicol Concilio. She's got all of her YouTube channels. Follow her on Instagram. If you're not into the makeup videos, which, let's be honest, I'm a guy. I don't really get the makeup videos. My kids do. My daughters do, not me. Nicole also has a vlog channel where she talks about the things she does, like with her boyfriend, Riley, and some of the other cool things she does. So there's plenty of opportunity to interact. Super nice person. And please go like, subscribe, smash the bell, whatever it is you do on YouTube these days, and follow Nicole.
Thank you.
Hey, and with that, I think we'll call it an episode, and we'll see you all next week.
See you next week, guys.